go find a little spot to sit in because I'm in a park right now and the kids are so loud. I feel like I have to pee again because we bladder game. But what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I just decided to come up here on live because I'm in the park and I didn't have anything else to do. And if you are a single mom like myself, you know, and you take the child to the park, you try to stay in the park for a certain amount of time. That's reasonable for your child to get all of their energy out. And I have a 4-year old, so I'm gonna try to stay in the park for at least an hour. So for that 1 hour while we're in this park, let's just chat, shall we? Uh, yeah. Let's go sit down because I have some heavy bags. Lord. Let's see if anybody even comes on this live. I feel like nobody's probably not gonna come on. Let's. I wish I could play music right now, but I can't. Okay, guys. So what should we talk about on live? I wish I had people up here ask me questions so I can have something to go off on, but I guess I'm just gonna come up here and just start rambling. Not like as this is my journal, because honestly the stuff that I will put on my journal, I wouldn't want to announce that all on my YouTube, right? But I don't know. I want to just come up here and chat for anyone who really wants to get to know me on a personal level, and I'll try to get as personal as I can on here. Let's just start with the basis. My name is Felicia, but the thing about my name is isn't spelled the typical way like everyone spells Felicia. Yes, I know the first thing people want to do is be like Fecilica, whatever the fuck it is, right? With the F. But that's not how my name is spelled. It's spelled Phylisha. Now, before, back in the day, when I was younger, not back in the day, I'm just being dramatic, but when I was younger, I didn't used to like my name being spelled with a P. When I was in, elementary school, like the boys in my class would be like, "Oh, your name Felicia start with a P," and they would say how weird it is and be like, "Oh, Felicia," making fun of my name and just being stupid and dumb as boys are at that age or whatever. But I was a very sensitive kid, I would say. I took things very personally. I took things.
Empanada, chicken, cheese, beef.
How much?
$3. It's big.
I don't know if I really like that
You
big.
have money, my love.
If you came to me sooner, I would have had more. Cash, I don't really
You
have
have
on me.
Zen?
No. I'm saying no.
You want water?
Water? Sure, I'll take water.
Yeah.
I'll
You
take a
want
water.
cold or a little cold?
Yeah, it's fine. Cold, warm, doesn't matter.
That's good?
That's fine.
Thank you, my
Thank
love.
you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
I brought water from her. I would have liked that empanada, to be honest, but a hustle is a hustle. She had her little shopping cart bag. I tell you one thing out here, people in Queens be hustling. They be getting their money's worth selling things. Hey, if I knew how to cook as well as I did, maybe I'll be doing that as a little side hustle too. Speaking of side hustles, I would consider or want to consider YouTube as a side hustle. But unfortunately, I'm not making money from YouTube yet. I hope to in the future one day. But I'm gonna be realistic about why I'm not there yet. And honestly, that is because I have not been taking YouTube as seriously as I said I would. I always be like, oh, I'm gonna take YouTube serious and, start pumping out so much content. But the thing is, I feel like I let my perfectionism hinder me from, posting a lot and just overthinking and just getting in my head a lot and doubting myself, to be honest. I have this huge, criticism when it comes to myself and doubting my skills and abilities. And I really don't like that about myself because I feel like I should really learn to value, you know, my abilities and just the unique human and person I am in this world. And it's not like I'm gonna come back in on this earth that I know of as the same exact person. And I don't know. It just makes me think a lot about how I don't want to leave this earth without reaching my fullest potential as a human being. Like, I feel like that's probably one of my biggest fears is leaving this earth and not figuring out what my fullest potential is and just letting that all go to waste. And I feel like us as humans, we have so much unlimited potential that we never get to tap into. And that's like truly one of my biggest fears. And I would say like the second biggest fear after that is just not like taking the people that's in my life for granted, things of that nature. Is really important to me, like taking the people that I really care about for granted in my life and not taking that chance or opportunity to let them know that I really care about them, or that I really cherish our relationship together. So yeah, that's on me talking about myself and my biggest fears. I feel like I'm like a very, how can I say, existential person. Like, I tend to think very deep about things and about myself and about other people and feel deeply about things that I feel like other people would be like, girl, it's not that deep, when really for me it's that deep. He in my video, like, back up. I didn't really know where I was going in this live, but I was just like, let me go ahead and talk, and maybe someone will watch this video and be like, oh, I can relate with her, even though I don't even think anybody popped up on this live. But I'm just keep talking and just venting and stuff. I feel like going on live is a good way to practice talking in your videos and I don't know, just being yourself and speaking your truth authentically. And I don't know, it gives like a sense of like, wow, I can kind of connect and relate to this person even though we're not in person, right? But yeah, as far as my age, I am 31. I probably feel like I already said that already. Maybe I didn't. What are my favorite things to do? Let's see. My favorite things to do is obviously to be out in nature. I love looking at trees. I love looking at things that are beautiful and I don't know, like fascinating to the eye. I love listening to certain sounds that might be boring, but I like things that entice my senses. So anything: smell, touch, taste, feel, observe, examine. I like doing things like that. And I feel like that's like a weird way to say of what I like to do on my spare time. But yeah, I genuinely enjoy like people watching, observing my environment, um, just taking everything in and being present when I can. And I feel like I probably like that so much because it's so hard for me to be present within myself and just in general. And when I can be present and tap into my senses and things of that nature, it makes me feel good. And I feel like that's something I should do more instead of being caught up in my thoughts and my fears and being caught up in the past, which I tend to get caught up in a lot. I wanted to make a video about me talking about my experience with taking antidepressants and dealing with anxiety and depression. Something that I deal with now, and me currently taking antidepressants. So I think I'm gonna make a video on that. But I really just want to come up here and touch base with people who want to really get to know me and ask me questions and us getting to know one another. But I think I'm gonna try to come up here every day and just talk and connect with others around the world because I think that's just like really cool that we can tap into one another's spaces and connect with one another and share, things that we can relate to or maybe not relate to, and we can start conversations based off of things like that. And yeah. Hi, Jackie. Hello there. Listen, I'm very open to meeting and connecting with people online and building a connection of people who feels very lonely and feel disconnected, especially people who are dealing with mental health issues and are just looking for someone that they can connect with and share experiences with. Yeah, because I feel like as needing something like that in my life, of connecting with other people, as much as I try to repress that side of me, I realize that so much as human beings that we really crave that on a day-to-day basis. And maybe that's what we're just looking for, someone that we can connect with and be ourselves with without judgment, and to be able to freely express ourselves. And I want my community to be a safe space for that, because oftentimes I do feel judged and like I don't fit in. I At the end of the day, I'm learning that I don't want to fit in. I just want to be connected with a bunch of people who feel like they don't fit in, but they could connect with people as well, if that makes sense. So whoever's watching, let's chat. I don't know. I'm not used to the whole chatting thing, but I'm like, listen, I'm gonna start coming on live because I need to get used to. I'm a person that likes to talk face to face, but I feel like going live and video chat is as close to that as possible. I feel like that's better than talking on the phone, to be honest, because I hate talking on the phone. I much rather be like, let's talk face to face, let's chat, let's be real, let's be vulnerable. So let's talk about astrology. I really love astrology. If you could guess my sign, what do you think my sign is? For anyone who's watching, I feel like I definitely give off like Pisces, Cancer vibes, dreamy, delusional vibes. And if you guess that, you're definitely right. Your favorite delusional Pisces with her Capricorn moon. It's so windy in New York. What is going on with the weather? This man-made weather. Let's talk about that. Something I've been wanting to get into, because if you live in California, you know about the hurricane that's happening. I think next month. I'm saying next month. tomorrow. They have a hurricane. I forget what, Hillary or whatever. I seen the memes on Instagram. Now I'm just laughing at myself. But yeah, I think that's so weird that the West Coast, like in that area, is having hurricanes. This have to be man-made. Like, what the fuck is going on? What is going on? I get what you're saying. I don't feel like I fit in either, but it doesn't really bother me. People I can actually like. Exactly. Quit pretending to be someone you're not to fit in with people who can't connect with you. I feel that so much. Like, I'm tired of faking the funk. I just want to be myself. And if you like me for me, we can vibe. We can connect. So, like, ooh, sorry. But yeah, definitely stop caring what people are saying to fit in. Like, all that stuff is like a waste of time. Wasting all that time trying to fit in when you could be yourself and stand out to others and connect with people that really fuck with you instead of being around people that don't fuck with you at all. I want the people that love me for me, and I don't have to fake the funk. Like, you either accept me as I am. Like, if I'm not completely toxic, I mean, not say that completely toxic, but just like being toxic in general. And I have certain traits, like I can accept someone who is trying and they acknowledge those parts of themselves and they're willingly trying to work on those parts and they're not a completely shitty person. And I don't know, like, you being a shitty person, I don't think I could rock with that. But like, if you're someone who like, I would consider myself to have shitty tendencies and just parts of myself that I acknowledge that I need to work on, but I have good intentions. Like, I couldn't tolerate people like that and fuck with them because they're being honest. They're being honest with themselves. They're being honest with me. And that's all that matters. But people that's just like sweeping out under the rug and just like, well, this is just who I am. I'm a fucked up person. You can't change me. That's different. No problem. I can't get with it. But if you being honest with your shit and being real, I can do with that. It is a journey to know your worth. I feel like I'm still working on that, and I'm 31, and honestly, the journey never really gets easy. But I also feel like our society shapes us and our thoughts and our perceptions, and sometimes that could take time. But right now, I feel like I'm really on my journey of self-worth and self-love because that's what I need most. Because I know that I tend to seek validation from others and not from myself, not from within, not from God, and I'm just honestly sick of that. I feel like at this time I'm starting to realize, like, girl, you really was not valuing yourself and your worth, and you really talked down on yourself and treated yourself like shit, and just really getting honest with myself. And that shit is not easy. It's not an easy step because oftentimes we like to escape, we like to dissociate, and that shit is much easier than dealing with the shit you know you have to face and deal with. But I'm learning that shit comes back around. It's gonna come back to you and haunt you, and it's gonna come looking for you and be like, bitch, did you get your shit together? It's gonna come, trust me. And if I'm not doing that shit now in my 30s, it's gonna come back in my 40s, it's gonna come back in my 50s. Like, it's karma, and I believe in karma so much. But yes, leading with faith, finding faith every day. I was never like a religious person. I didn't grow up in the church, but I did have very religious family members that try to push religion on me. And my mom, I guess she grew up with her family being very religious and Jehovah's Witness, that she kind of shunned away from religion. So I kind of did the same. Like, I looked at religion as like these people trying to project what they feel and think onto us and not let us have a mind of our own. But as I've gotten older, I'm learning to grow my own faith with God and my own meaning of God. It's still a journey. I feel like I'm very new to this, and I'm just like a baby, like trying to figure out, and I'm just trying to maneuver with like, what is God and what is life, and just questioning everything. I tend to be like a very curious person and fascinated with the oneness of the world. That's why I said that I could be like, kind of like an existentialist, like very existential and having these questions and thoughts. And I've always been like that since I was younger. So right now I'm like in my phase in time where I just want to reconnect with my inner child and things that I loved doing as a child, which was singing, dancing, movement, using my creative mind to express myself through art, which is like drawing, painting, even coloring my hair is a sense of art and creativity for me. And I've always been one to express my emotions through those kind of outlets, and I kind of want to get back into that, especially with singing and dancing. Even if I wasn't the greatest, these are things that I really loved, and I felt a spark within myself, and I felt truly happy and truly like myself when I was immense in these activities, like being artistic and fluid and free. I always genuinely truly felt like myself. I got a question. It's okay with you? Yeah, you can ask me a question. What's your question? I'm glad people are on here wanting to chat with me. I don't really seem to know what I'm really doing, but yeah, you could ask me questions. That's what I want for people who have, I guess, like-minded questions and want to connect with people who have creative minds and seem out of the box and weird, I guess. Feel happy or find enjoying creativity. You are so right. Beginner's mindset is the most fruitful, I feel. Happy you are fine enjoying your creativity. Slowly but surely. I'm not trying to rush the process. I've noticed that rushing the process doesn't help anyone, not myself. That just having this curiosity and mindset around creativity is what fascinates me most, and what keeps me going and keeps me curious about it all. The same way I'm trying to look at life as well, because as someone who deals with depression and anxiety and struggles on a day-to-day basis, finding those kind of outlets can be hard. Like, you lose inspiration sometimes you don't feel motivated, like you want to do those things, but you just don't feel capable of doing it because all the negative self-talk. Jackie, I'm curious to know what your question is. I'm curious to know, are any of you guys subscribed to me? I would love to have people who just want to engage like this and don't give a fuck. Like, they just speaking their truth, talking. We just like, listen. I don't know. Relationships are becoming so much more important to me. I remember when it was a time that I didn't care for relationships. I thought they was disposable, and that's just the honest truth. When I was a teenager, I was so freaking emo. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I just wanted to be to myself. I considered myself a loner, and then as I got older, I was like, damn. When people tell you like relationships are something you should cherish as you get older, and you don't want to listen. honey, I'm trying to hold on to. I'm trying not to sabotage the relationships I have in my life right now, because I am a self sabotager. Like, I could admit that about myself, that I would self sabotage relationships that's going well. I would try to leave people before they left me, and I know I don't want to continue on that route. Especially now that I have a child, like, I want him to have great relationships with others, and I want that for myself as well. As long as I'm here on this earth, I know that as long as I'm loved and people care about me and I care about them, and we are working towards a flourishing relationship, that's all that matters. Even when I get in my negative self-talk and like want to destroy everything, I would be the one that be like, oh shit, everything going well, let's fuck it up. But no, you can't. Some things you just like, is really not worth it. Like, I just want a peaceful, like, beautiful, loving life, and I feel like we all deserve that and need that right now more than ever. Being disconnected and just hating everyone and being just nasty to people, I feel like that's just a waste of our time and potential on this earth. Even being sad, and when I get caught in my sadness or negative self-talk, I'm like, damn, I'm wasting all this time. I really think like, damn, I wasted my time, like, caring about these outside things when I should be really cherishing the things I really care about. And things I really care about and value are connection, relationship, love, beauty, happiness, wholeness, the things that make you feel good from within, to be honest. Like, seeing my loved ones smile and happy, like, the thought of it just made me want to cry. Like, you know, we also get caught up in our own ego and selfishness, but when you really think about the people that you love and care about, I don't know, it does something to you when you're not thinking only of yourself and you're thinking of others. And I'm a really emotional person, and I noticed that I care more about people than I thought I did. I thought I just hated people and didn't care, but no, really, it was just I cared so much about others that I push people away because I care so much. I want to keep my faith so much and believing in a higher power and so much more than this in this life, which I know is true, and I can feel it within myself. So I'm subscribed. Those extreme thoughts, I have those too. Faith gives me strength through those moments. I don't know if I talked about this on my YouTube, which I feel like I talked about in a video, but I probably didn't post it on my YouTube. Is that a couple of months ago I downloaded the Bible app, and as someone who never grew up religious, or I never read the Bible ever in my life, I just felt called to it for some reason, and intrigued and wanted to know more about God and about Jesus, and building and cultivating my own relationship with the divine. And just, I feel like a better person when I'm connected to the spiritual realm, to be honest. When I'm just in the human realm and just focus on the material and the outside, like, I feel really disconnected. And when I'm connected to the spiritual and to myself and to being within, I feel more alive, if that makes sense. I feel more alive with my, like, delusional, spiritual, imaginative self, which I feel like is the natural self of the human. But I feel like we're so focused on this reality, this false reality, that we tend to get stuck in. So it makes sense that I feel more dragged into that world than this one. Do you feel you receive messages alongside what you see or hear in the physical sense? I do. Messages I feel like I receive is through nature. That's when I feel the most connected and where I feel the most calm and most present. And the more present I am, I feel I could sense more, feel more, and my mind isn't as loud because I am an overthinker and my mind tend to be very louder than my intuition sometimes. I feel like a part of me just like kind of keep my intuition in denial, but I want to tap more into that part of myself instead of, trying to discard it. Can you say? Really, Jackie? I'm starting to think like you probably are like a 12-year-old kid because I got this message before when I was on um, on YouTube Live. How am I feeling today? I feel good. I had a rough couple of days. If you're in therapy, and I just started going to therapy a couple of weeks ago, but now I find myself, since I go every week, I'm very emotional and I cry every day. And I feel like I'm just purging and releasing so much, which is good because I feel like I repressed so much, so many emotions I didn't want to acknowledge, and they're just all coming to surface. So, which is good for me because the last thing you want to do is like have all those emotions stored in and just lashing out. Trust me, it happened to me before and it's not good. It's so embarrassing and you regret it so much because you lash out at others that you never want to. So you end up regretting it a lot. Thank you for supporting my journey. You got engaged yesterday? That's so beautiful. Congratulations. Do you have kids? Do you have children? I have one. You're welcome. How are you guys like day going? What is it like, where you live at if you're not from New York? Is it sunny? Do you have the hurricane coming your way if you're from the West Coast? Because I would love to know how you guys are feeling on the West Coast. Hurricanes. What the fuck is that? So good. Oh, August 28th. A summer wedding. That's like a dream. Why is it smoky on the West Coast? Now I'm curious. Smoke in a hurricane? A baby boy, congrats! Oh my god, you're first. I have not a baby boy, but I have a son who was once a baby boy. I feel like a mom having a son as a firstborn is like so many lessons and teaching blessings, like is the best. Congratulations. How far along are you? And I want to know, did you have any morning sickness? Because supposedly if you have a boy, you get less morning sickness. And with my son, I didn't have morning sickness at all. I just had terrible heartburn. Yeah, I had bad heartburn. I didn't have morning sickness. I didn't throw up. Yes, I'm on live. Girl, I've been on live for 35 minutes now. Once I have one, let's see what I was actually shocked when I had a boy because I wanted a girl. I was like, oh, I want a girl. I want a girl. I was so just really stuck on having a girl and having a daughter, and like I thought my first child was gonna be a girl, and I didn't expect a boy. I was like, oh, I don't want a boy. Boys are a headache. And what God did, you getting a boy. Which is so funny. Wait, what did you say, Tiana? Did you do what I said? How did it work? But I had a C-section, so unfortunately I wasn't one of the strong soldiers to push my child out. We tried for hours and hours, and I honestly think I was just too tense to push my child. I was tense, I was scared, I had a lot of emotions going through me, and my dumbass wanted to epidural within the first few hours, and then when I wanted epidural, it took like an hour to get it, and I was in excruciating pain. And once I got it, I kind of just passed out, and they cut me open, and there my son was, which is just crazy. AJ, what's on your hand? You want to wash it? No, yeah, let's wash your hand. Schedule it. Tomorrow or tonight? Oh my God. Good luck. Just stay calm. I feel like the more present and calm you are during delivery, the better. I watched so many women before my pregnancy have their kids, and like they be so calm and relaxed, and especially if you have someone supported by your side, you could definitely be more calm. But I had my child's father with me. I still wasn't calm. I didn't feel relaxed, and I'm just always a natural anxious person. But if you could get calm and not worry about too much, you should do very well. And if you want the epidural, get that epidural first thing when they ask you. I thought I would be strong enough for it. I kind of was down on myself not being strong enough to not take that, because I'm like, I'm going to be natural. And I was so fixed on that. But, you know, things change, and it doesn't always go the way that you want it to. That child going to come out the way that they want. And all of that matters is your child getting out safely and alive, and you getting out safely and alive as well. I feel like my whole pregnancy was like a whirlwind. Your water broke? I wish I could have experienced that. My water didn't break at all. So you off to a good start with your water breaking. Hopefully when you go to the hospital, they're like, oh, you're like 4 centimeters. And then your baby be out within like 6 hours the most. I be hearing some people be in labor for like 31 hours. I'm like, oh my goodness. You gotta wash your hands in the bathroom. Come. Oh, you just washing your hands? Okay. Yeah, when I was pregnant, my mom came with me on the boardwalk, and we walked. And I was just like, I'm just gonna walk it out until my baby ready to come out. And that's when I was feeling contractions. But it's crazy because you could feel contractions and it could feel painful, but you would not be dilated at all. Because I was like, oh my God, this pain hurts so much, and I'm I thought I was dilated, and when I go to the hospital, they're like, you're like 1 centimeter, you're not even close. And I'm like, well, this hurt at 1 centimeter. I can't imagine when it's, closer, but you really gotta just breathe through it all. What is on your hand? Slime. Where you get slime from? I hope you prepared for this. In the park, and he got slime on his hand, and he's trying to get it off. Yeah. Well, that's most that's gonna come off. Let's get out. Yeah. Man. Aw. Your fiance was at the hospital with you. Come, let me give you a wipe. Come sit.
It's working.
Who has slime? Your friend?
Yeah, the girl.
No, slime is messy.
Yeah. But I got slime.
Yeah, you have slime in the house. Well, you're not gonna play with the slime in the house. When you get in the house, you're gonna get in the shower.
When I play with the slime when I get in the shower, I can play with it?
No slime today. You already played with slime just now.
Last night?
Oh, it got glitter all in it.
That's glitter. It's glitter on your nail.
Mwah.
There's this slime on my
Auntie
hand.
Tiana said, hi, AJ.
Where's the yard?
Right here. Well, you can't see her. And she said she love you. Like, say, I love you, Auntie Tiana.
I love you.
Say hi.
Hi.
How old are you?
Good?
I said, how old are you?
4,
4. How old are you turning?
5.
What's your name?
Angel.
How do you spell your name?
5. A-N-G-E-L.
A-N-G-E-L.
Mommy,
When's your birthday?
can I get my slime off of my hand?
I did get your... Oh. We're about to get ready to go home, guys. I'm tired.
Sit your mouth too. Try super.
Really?
Leave the grill on.
Do you got the pee-pee?
No.
Can you stay right here? Don't run off. Say bye, everyone.
Bye.
Later, guys.
Later.
Oh, thank you. Bye, guys. I hope you subscribe. I have a new video. I'm trying to post a new video tomorrow, so be on the lookout. I'm still editing it, and my Wi-Fi is really slow at my shelter, but we're going to try to post it tonight and have it up by tomorrow. So AJ said bye. Love you guys. Bye-bye.